Alright guys, this is our simplified circuit. So this is the pump variable. This is the stroke piston, and the stroke piston. So the stroke piston is a spring. So that's why at normal position, the pump is in stroke position, in max stroke. This here is our control valve, but I use a throttle, variable throttle valve to make delta P between upstream and downstream. So this is at downstream, we have a load sense signal, okay, feedback to the port X via port X in this spring chamber. This is our FR spool, which is the flow controller spool, and this is the spring chamber, okay. This here is our pressure cutoff spool or pressure limiter spool, and then this is the spring adjustment. Okay, so I will color the pump discharge pressure or the system pressure, okay. So from the pump, just put orange here, and then that will also up in this port, okay. If you have 810V, so there's a drilling in the port block, and then there's that gallery is position is acting in this port here, okay, which is the system pressure. All right, so don't forget this here, which is I color blue. This is your D-stroke port, okay, your servo piston D-stroke port, this area here, okay. Now we have a tank or a pump case, okay. This is the drain internally. This is our high pressure here, feedback signal. This is your downstream, and this is your upstream, okay. Before the throttle valve, that's your upstream signal. After the throttle valve, that is your downstream signal. All right. Now, let's say this spring we set to 15 bar pressure drop, okay. So delta P 15 bar, so we set that to 15 bar delta P, okay. So that is to maintain the delta P across the throttle valve 15 bar, okay. We set that to 15 bar, this one here, because remember the pump flow rate will regulate to maintain the delta P across the throttle valve, okay. All right, so how it works, so let's do some condition here. So condition number 1, unregulated condition. So meaning unregulated, the throttle valve or the control valve in the machine, in the system, is 100% open, okay. But you have a delta P setting here, 15 bar, okay, for FR setting, FR spring setting, okay, 15 bar delta P. All right, so condition number 1, unregulated condition or unregulated position. So this is 100% open. So meaning there's no much delta P here. So pump pressure is relatively low. Okay, let's put a unloaded condition. So the pump pressure is relatively low and the throttle valve is widely open. So this is 100% open. So okay. So the pump pressure is relatively low and the throttle valve is widely open. Okay. The pressure cutoff spring, we set this to 280 bar. Okay, since the condition is unloaded or relatively low, okay, so meaning the spring force is higher than the force behind this spool. So this spool here will maintain the position to the right, okay, shifting this spool to the right, okay. So this is the neutral position, so because the spring force is higher. All right, now since the delta P, the pressure across this external throttle valve is low, so both upstream and downstream pressure, see the same pressure, see almost the same. So the differential pressure spool under the effect of the spring, this one here, also remain in this position. So what happened? The pump is in the max stroke position because this spool here is not moving, it's not shifting because the spring here is set to 15 bar, but the pressure in the LS signal and also in this gallery here is almost the same. So there's no force exert more than the force in the spring chamber, okay. So because the pressure is the same and this one here has a spring force, so this force here is higher than the force behind the spool, okay. Remember this drilling here, a pressure will act behind the spool because of that drilling, okay. So pressure here acting, and because the valve is fully open, so there's no delta P, there's no much delta P across the valve, so the pressure in upstream and downstream almost the same. All right, So this spool will remain in this position. The pump still in max stroke. Why? Because the D-stroke piston, this here, is drained to the case. Okay, because that's open. See here, follow this. That one open and open. And then of course, because there's this one here, I forgot. This one. I almost forgot. Sorry. Alright. So there's a system pressure acting on the stroke piston. Okay. So what happened is the pump will remain max stroke. Alright. Okay. So that's good. Now in this condition, both spool are positioned. The stroke piston is connected to the pump case. Okay. Alright. So that is connect to the case. So meaning pump is in max displacement. That's the condition number 1. Unregulated condition. This is fully open. 100% open. Delta P in the spring here we set to 15 bar. Pressure is unloaded. So meaning there's no much delta P across the throttle valve because this valve here is fully open. Alright. Now, condition number 2. Alright, this condition number 2. Okay. Regulation. 50% opening. Alright, so from 100%, we down to 50% opening. So what happened here, still unloaded, pump is still relatively low pressure. But now, the throttle valve is partially closed because from 100% down to 50%. So what happened here, in that condition, the pressure cutoff spool spring preload is still maintained. The lower spool in its right position because still we set this to 180 bar. Okay? Now, because it's a low pressure, this spool here will remain in this position. The change is the pressure drop. Once you close this to 50% opening only, the pressure drop across the throttle increase. Alright? So if you put gauge here, it will increase. Then what happened if that increase? The upstream increase above the setting of the FR spool spring, okay, above 15 bar because you close this to 50%. So there's a increase, okay, and then that increase is overcome the 15 bar setting in the spring. What happened? The FR spool moves to the left. This one here, okay, this will move to the left because there is an increase of delta P more than the 15 bar setting here. This will move to the left. Alright, so what happened is closing the stroke port and case and then opening the system pressure and the stroke port. Okay, or the A port. So I call this P, A, and T. P and A now is open. So what happened? Because it's in the max stroke, that pressure here in the upstream, of course, will increase because you decrease the opening of the throttle valve. That's the principle of the orifice. Okay? When the orifice is small, when there is a massive flow flowing in that orifice, the delta P will increase. As the delta P increase, this spool here shift. Then once that spool shift, the system pressure now is opening to the stroke piston. When the stroke piston is open to the system pressure, because the area here is larger than the stroke piston, the pump will de-stroke until, okay, this is listen. Until such time as the pump flow across the throttle, okay, alright, because it will slowly minimum. Of course, the flow rate here will slowly decrease. Then the delta P also will slowly decrease, okay, until such time as the pump flow across the throttle generates the delta P determined by the FR spool. So, until such time, the delta P, okay, will become 15 bar, then it go balance. Alright? So, what happened here when the Q is enough to balance to maintain the delta P of 15 bar, then the trouble of this D-stroke will stop because it balanced the delta P already. It maintained the delta P already. So, by the way, this spool here will maintain like that. Okay? So, now the pump flow is in 50% because the demand is 50% only. So, the pump flow rate is displacing what the demand is. Okay? So when the delta P is not yet reached, so this will continues moving to D-stroke to minimum position. So why that happen? Okay, let's put an example, okay? So this is what happened, guys. The principle of the Bernoulli's formula, okay? So, let's say you have your orifice here, and you have your flow, okay? Across that orifice. So what happened? This one here is your delta P, okay? The smaller the flow, the smaller the area, the higher the delta P because of the flow rate coming, alright? So if you have small area here, and then you have a big flow across the orifice, delta P is increased. Why? Because this is what happened here. As the delta P increase, as the area decrease, at constant flow, delta P will increase. Okay? So remember, we're in the condition 1, we're in the max stroke. When the operator decide to open the throttle valve 50%, you have a massive flow, max stroke. So, there's the pressure and the upstream will rise. So the delta P now is increased higher than the spring setting on the flow regulator spool spring. Okay? So once that happened, the spool shift to the left and then destroking the pump to maintain that 15 bar delta P. So to maintain that, to decrease the delta P, you must decrease the flow rate. Okay? So what happened? That's what the pump doing now. Okay? When this move to the right means the pump is decreasing the flow. When the pump decreasing the flow, expectedly the delta P across this orifice will decrease as well until such time it becomes 15 bar because that's what we set, 15 bar. Okay? So, example, at the regulation, the pressure P1, let's say the P1 is 75, P2 is 57, and you have a delta P of 18 bar is higher or, okay, is greater than the 15 bar setting on the spring. Okay? So that 18 bar will decrease only if the flow rate decrease. Remember that principle. Okay? Alright, so what happened now in the graph? This is your P and this is your Q. Alright? So at normal, at condition 1, max flow. Like that. And then change the condition number 2, 50% opening, regulation position. So what happened? The flow will here. So this is your limit. This is your cutoff. Alright? Okay, from there to here. Alright, it regulate. Now once the pump flow rate is here already, meaning the delta P is 15 bar already. Remember this principle, okay? Good.